In this lesson, we'll cover sprinklers. So sprinklers are actually a fire suppression element that's part of a plumbing system. The sprinkler heads can come in a variety of different types and belong to a variety of different families. Typically, the sprinklers are face mounted, meaning they need to be bound to a face or a surface within Revit. Now that could be a wall, could be a ceiling, it actually could be a drop ceiling or a slab or a soffit. Now you also can have non-surface mounted fixtures too. And typically where you would see those are in mechanical closets or areas that doesn't have a ceiling. For what we're doing in this lesson though, we'll be placing sprinklers on a surface or against a face. So the room we'll look at in this example is the room in the lower left. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. And in this room in the lower left, we actually have a ceiling grid. We have some diffusers. And if we look closely, we have 4 actual sprinkler heads already defined. Now I need to add 2 more. But first, to make this a little clearer, maybe I want to actually turn off or hide in this view the actual diffusers. So to hide those diffusers, I can select one, right-click my mouse, choose Hide in View, Category. That will actually hide these elements in this view for this exercise. Now, to place the other 2 sprinklers, let's go to the Systems tab on your ribbon, and in the Plumbing and Piping area of your ribbon, click Sprinkler. This will open up a listing of sprinklers in the Properties area on the left. Now, by default, there's only one loaded, so we'll select it. Over on the right side of your ribbon is a placement area. This is where we can define how these sprinklers should be placed within our Revit model. Since we're placing this on a face, particularly a ceiling grid or a soffit, for example, we'll choose Place on Face. Now when you move your mouse over the ceiling grid, you can see the display of the sprinkler. Simply left-click to place the 2 additional sprinklers in line with the existing sprinklers that are already on the ceiling. When done, click Modify. In this lesson, we looked at placing sprinklers. We talked about sprinklers and how they're part of a fire suppression system, and they belong to plumbing systems. The sprinklers can come in a variety of different types and belong to different families, but typically the sprinklers are surface or face mounted. And that could be a wall, it could be a ceiling, it could be a soffit or a drop ceiling. But there are non-hosted sprinklers, and those are typically used in areas that do not have ceilings, mechanical rooms, for example. And the last thing we did was we placed the sprinklers within our Revit model using the sprinkler command located on the Systems tab of the ribbon.